What's going on, guys? It's Confusion back again with another episode of Tournament Predictions. This tournament's going to be IEM Shanghai 2018. There you go. So, just a bit of news before we start. I am, due to unpopular demands, like no one's really watching it, lack of views, I'm probably just going to stop doing the CSGO weekly recap series for a bit. If anyone really wants it, just comment and I'll probably bring it back sometime. But just like, it's not getting that many views compared to my tournament predictions, so I'm just going to think I'm going to stick with the tournament predictions for now. Some other miscellaneous videos. But just to recap things, it's a lot of work. I have a lot of shit to do, schoolwork and shit. So I don't think I'm going to have time to do it every single week. But if there's a key week, I might do it. Just the one thing that happened, I'm just going to recap it now. Z-League 2018. Astralis won. That was obviously going to happen if just Navi lost to Team Liquid. It seems like Liquid and Navi always match up. So, simple. I think he's going to get pissed and turn up at the major. But Astralis won, it's no surprise to me. And they're looking like the clear favorites for the major. So, let's get back into IEM Shanghai. It's a $250,000 tournament. 8 teams were invited. It's kind of like a lower tier tournament. It's not, you don't have exactly your top tier teams. But notable names are NRG. Obviously, they blew the minor. They actually qualified for Star Series. That's a little bit of news as well. They qualified for Star Series from NA. Virtus Pro are here. I think they're still using more reels. I don't know. Gambit are here. Hellraisers. And then the other teams, Tyloo, probably the most known Chinese team. 5 Power, I don't know not much about them. Greyhound, one of the Australian teams. And then Dreamscape. They had a pretty shit show in Cologne, but they're here. So you can't see them, but I do have the groups on another monitor. Group A is NRG, Virtus Pro, Hellraisers, and 5 Power. Group B is Gambit, Tyloo, Boot, Dreamscape, and Greyhound. So I'm going to start with Group A. Your opening matchups are Energy versus 5 Power and Hellraisers versus VP. So before we start, let me just say the format. It's a regular double GSL group format. The first matches are best of 1, and every other match is a best of 3. So these two matches, the Energy, 5 Power, Hellraisers, Virtus Pro, are best of 1s. And then after that, it's just best of 3s. They're on. Sorry for the mouse clicking. Just reviewing some stuff about the topic. Okay. So Group A, first match, Energy and 5 Power to best of 1. If you look online, Energy's bounced back relatively well. They ended up beating Complexity. They qualified, so I think Energy are going to take it. I don't know, 16-something, 16, maybe 7, 16-7. NRG should take that easily. Hellraisers, Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro are looking utterly horrendous, so I'm going to take Hellraisers. Woxix, not going to be there, actually. Before we start with Hellraisers predictions, let me just say I'm pretty sure that Fetz J, I don't know how to say his name, he'll be standing in for Woxix because Woxix has the unluku maluku when it comes to the visas. So once again, he's not going to IEM Shanghai, so it's going to be Fetz. But I still don't think it's going to make a difference. Virtus Pro are looking really fucking bad. I think they'll take it 16-12. It could be a little close. I think Virtus Pro put up a fight, but Hellraisers should take it. And then I think Energy Hellraisers. I actually think Hellraisers are going to take it at the 2-1, come out at first place. And then Virtus Pro are going to beat 5 Power. They're bad, but they're not that bad. I don't think they'll be losing to 5 Power anytime soon. A 2-1 wouldn't be a shocker, but I think they should take it. 5 Power can take a map, but I think Virtus Pro should take it. And then in the decider, it will be NRG versus Virtus Pro. I think NRG are going to take it 2-0. I think they're going to want to bounce back, get some momentum. So the two teams that will be coming out are Hellraisers and NRG. Oh, sorry about that. Group B, Gambit, Tyloo, Dreamscape, Greyhound. Opening matches are Gambit versus Dreamscape, Greyhound versus Tyloo. So for Gambit and the Boots Dreamscape, I don't know, I'm just going to call them whatever. Gambit are going to take it. They actually have Blade as coach on a trial loan, if I'm not mistaken, from Flipside. Blade is going to be their coach, which I think could really help them because Blade should have been a coach for a while, but he just stuck around as a player, got to those majors, and then once Flipside fell off a cliff, he's like, I'm out. I'm a fucking coach now. I think he can help Gambit in a lot of ways, help the young talent like Hobbit and Mir. I do think they're going to take Boot relatively easily. Let's say 16-5, 16-6. They should be advanced to the winners match pretty quickly. Greyhound and Tyloo. This is a little bit closer. Tyloo are really inconsistent, but they, out of all the Asian teams, they seem to put up the best results. So Greyhound, they usually go to every tournament. They usually bomb out. They did have the run at Sydney where they almost beat SK for a playoff spot, SK now being MIBR, who themselves had a really pretty bad show at E-League. But that is a different topic. I digress. Greyhound versus Tai Lu. I think Tai Lu are going to take it in maybe a slightly close, but 16-10 for Tai Lu. So should be Tai Lu and Gambit in the winner's match, Boots and Greyhound in the elimination match. For the winner's match, Tai Lu, Gambit. I think Tai Lu are going to take a 2-1. These guys play each other close. They're about on the same level of teams in the World Counter-Strike pyramid, per se. They're around the same level skill sets. You obviously got God Bentet on Tai Lu. You got Mir or Hobbit, really. Hobbit's been a good player. For Gambit, I haven't been following Gambit that much, so you can correct me if I'm wrong about Gambit. I don't know how they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. But I do think that Tai Lu are going to take this 2-1. Maps, I really don't know. Tai Lu are okay on Inferno. Your Cash, I don't know. Cash, maybe. I've seen him play Inferno. I don't know. I think Tai Lu are going to take it 2-1. And then you got elimination match, Greyhound and Boots. Boots DS, whatever you call them. I'm going to say Greyhound are going to take a 2-1. Again, I don't know Asian teams. It's not really a domestic matchup, but region-wise, it's kind of a domestic matchup. They'll play around the Asian area. But Greyhound looked good throughout the qualifier, so I'm going to say Greyhound. Or not that qualifier, the Sydney qualifier, I'm sorry. They qualified for... It's not the Sydney qualifier. What am I doing? It's the Stockholm qualifier. DreamHack Master Stockholm. They beat Tate Mines in the final to make that. So they're looking pretty good. They might have taken out Boots. I don't know if even Boots were in the qualifier. But Greyhound are going to take a 2-1. So your decider match will be Gambit Greyhound. And I'm going to be a little ballsy boy. Greyhound are going to 2-1 Gambit and make it to the playoffs because I am a fucking idiot. I do not care. So your teams making it out of the Group B will be Tai Lu and Greyhound. My voice sounds really raspy. I'm sorry. Just thirsty, tired, everything. So your playoff matchups will be, in the first place, Group A will be Hellraisers versus the second place from Group B, which is Greyhound. And in the second semifinal match, it will be the first place, Tai Lu, going up against the second place of Group B, or Group A, NRG. So for the first match, Hellraisers... Greyhound, I'm going to say Hellraisers 2-0. I don't think Greyhounds had enough experience against the upper echelon. Hellraisers themselves aren't really a top team. But they've been to the top. They know what they're doing. They haven't been to the top, but they've had good placings, and they've played most of the top teams in like pro leagues and stuff. So they know, they're used to it. They should be able to handle Greyhound. I'm going to say 2-0. Move on to the grand final. The second matchup will be NRG versus Tai Lu. This is going to be a close one, but I'm going to take NRG 2-1 to make it to the grand finals. Bentet's going to go off, but NRG has Ethan and Chirk? I don't know, I'm going to call him Cirque. He's got Cirque, who is a really good opper, versus, I think, Mo's the opper, who isn't as good as Cirque. Your star player matchup I think you're going to want to look out for is Ethan versus Bentet. That's going to really decide the matchup. And if Fugly can step up, NRG will be able to take the series a little more handedly. Grand final will be a rematch of the winners match from Group A, is Hellraisers and NRG. I think NRG are going to bounce back and take this one 2-1. I think they're going to end up coming back winning. It might be a best of 5, actually. Hold up. Is it best of 5? Okay, no, all the matches are best of 3. So the grand finals are best of 3. I think NRG are going to take it 2-1. I think Fugly's going to have a good game. Ethan, Cirque, all your players are going to have a great game. NRG are going to bounce back from the minor and keep on rolling on their lower tier tournaments and rise themselves back up to the top. So my placements, I'm just going to run them in order here. NRG will be taking home the $125,000 in first place. Hellraiser will be taking home $50,000 in second place. Tai Lu and Greyhound will be taking home $22,000, both in third and fourth respectively. In fifth place, you're going to have Gambit and Virtus Pro, winning $10,000. And in last place, I have 5 Power and Boot, Dreamscape, both taking home $5,500. 7th to 8th place. That is my IEM Sydney tournament predictions. If you enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day. You know.